Hi y'all, I'm here with the parts of the Singer 500J, and what I'm looking at in particular is this part right down here. And this part is the stitch control selector, and I've already had the screw off at that end. I can take that off, so once that is off I can slide that off and then the spring, but I've got these two Allen screws and I do have an Allen wrench, and I just wanted to film it while I remove those two screws. So let me see. So here's those two Allen screws there. So right away, since there's two Allen screws, that tells me that there's no flat spot on that stud, on that axle. So let me just loosen this off a little more. I had already pre-loosened these. Maybe it'll come off. No, it's not loose enough. This one is still the tighter of the two, I believe. Maybe not. Maybe this one is still got a longer reach than I think. Let me try that. There we go. So what did I gain? Well, I gained another cleaning opportunity, and I can also see the part number right there, and I can in fact get in there and clean that off entirely. So that's how. Now that doesn't fit over that way. So in order to get that off, I have to take that screw off, and it comes off that way. So I'll put that there. And then I'm going to get a baggie. So now that stitch lever cam selector, it's in the bag with the spring and the screw on the end, and everything's there complete. And I can put that in the box, or I can just set it aside for now because I am going to be cleaning that later. Maybe not right now in this video, but later today. So the next thing I want to talk about is this device right here, the needle bar driving arm, I think it might be called. And the issue is that screw there, and it's defective because half of the head broke off. Here's the other screw that is perfect. It's complete. And I believe what happened with that screw, I put the screwdriver in the slot in the screw head, and I hammered it to try and loosen it after I had sprayed it with some penetrating fluid, and it didn't break at the time, but later when I went to try and turn it to loosen it, that's when it broke. And in the last video about the 500 here, I did show the broken part. So what I did, the way that was easy to get off because I was able to unscrew it. But this one was difficult because now I didn't have a head to work on. So what I ended up doing was taking the pliers and latching on to the threaded end, and I was able to get enough of a grasp that I could loosen it just a tad to get it to come right off. So that has been solved. So that's good news there. Here are the parts from the needle take-up lever, and I had broken that part right there when I was trying to get that off. So that's how that all worked out. So all I'm going to do with that is I'm going to clean that when it's time to clean it. I'm going to put it in a bag for now. I have to order a part or harvest a part from somewhere. So I may be able to harvest one. I have I have almost 30 machines here. So, but I've only got, well, I do have some 400s and 500s, but I don't really want to harvest a part off another good working machine. So I'll see if I have anything that is a bit of, is meant for the boneyard. So that's what's going on there. And then what I have behind that, closer to the machine, are the parts for all that upper cam stuff. So that's really dirty. So all these are going to be cleaned, and I do have to, I'm going to be practicing how to rebuild this because I've never rebuilt it. This is the first time I've ever taken it apart. But I took a lot of photos with my mobile, and I do have the videos, but the mobile photos do help. The other thing I'd like to show you is the horizontal arm shaft area. Okay, this is great because I'm going to be able to get in there and clean the horizontal arm shaft worm gear, which is right there, and then there's that gear there, and then below that, where my pointer is pointing down to, there is a gear down there, another toothed gear down there. So I'm going to be able to clean that, that, and that, and all this area in here is going to get cleaned, and that's where I'm starting. So this is really interesting. What can I tell you about this area here? There are a couple of these things. Those seem to be, here I'm going to use my pointer, so I'm going to take it away from that gear down there. But these are there, and the purpose they served was they were places where the parts for the followers and all that, where they could rest once they were going down or needed a place to sit securely. As mentioned before, that is a non-removable screw because it secures that bushing there. So it's right there. And that is what comes through from the front, and that is the screw there that is on where that black thing at the back that I just showed you, where that little collar was, that black collar. And it looks like there's some kind of washer or spring washer on there. So I'm not going to mess with that for now. I'm going to find out about that. What else can I tell you? That's pretty much, what I'm going to do with this area to clean it is give it a good, generous dousing of, I've got KRUD cutter, kitchen degreaser, and it smells just like the regular KRUD cutter. I've been using this. It's nice. I like this. It's a handy size, and it comes in this container, so I don't have to use one of my containers. And so, since that's what we're going to do anyway, might as well just get started. And it's 100%. And I'm going to be here right now. I'm not going anywhere. And I'm going to babysit this. And it's going to get messy. I was also checking out the bottom, and we'll be doing that in a bit. The other area that I would like to get while I'm here is the hook area. And that's right over here, as we know. And so it's going to get a little micro shower, a little micro cleaning as well. And this is 100% KRUD cutter. And I am going to get it off the finish. Actually, I'm going to get it off the finish right now with a shop towel and just let the parts that I want to get it, And what I want is that stuff there to get it, Now that we've got the top done, I think what would really be good is if we went down below. So I'll meet you down below. Here we have a good view of lots of places to clean. And I'm going to be generous. Of particular interest are all the mesh gears. And anywhere where you have moving parts connecting. So that means a lot of parts. One thing is that's where the hook was and all that, and look how messy that is. And in there, that's all messy. Up there is all messy. These are all messy. That's all messy. These are. So we'll give it a hay spray. Hey, here comes the spray. I've kind of sprayed some up there. The other thing that I'm going to mention, what I want to show you is that right there, and where's the other one? There's another one. I can't find it right now, but right there, oh, right there. Can we see that one? No, we can't. But there's a bolt there, a bolt head there. And let me just go back a bit here, if I can. Okay. And there's a bolt head there, right there. And we don't touch those, but the reason I'm mentioning those is I believe those are the bolts that secure the upright to the bed. So that's what I got curious about. It was like, what are those bolts for? What do they do? So, and so there, it's had a pretty good spray. I'm going to give it another spray from another angle, and then maybe from that side too. And I'll let it sit for another, say, 15 minutes. And then at that point, I won't even wipe this stuff off that I just sprayed on right there. I'll let it sit for 15 minutes. Then I'll set the machine upright again, and I'll inspect the horizontal arm shaft up top and see how that all came out. And like this is like a pre-cleaning to like a soap and water with a scrub brush cleaning kind of thing. And I'm getting these hard, the hard issues first, these joints, And so what's next after this? Probably soap and water. Another good cleaner after KRUD cutter is oil, but I'll probably use soap and water. But like I say, my method is micro cleaning or macro cleaning or on-site, small on-site local cleaning. I live in an apartment. But nonetheless, the cleaning continues, and I want to thank you for visiting here today. If you can't subscribe, it would be appreciated. And do come on back real soon. The next video, I'll be cleaning all this stuff off, up top and down bottom. Get some sponges and brushes and all sorts of stuff. It'll be messy. We'll have some fun. So, speaking of having fun, make sure you have fun, stay safe, come on back again real soon. Adios, amigos.